So you want to grow in your career. You want to get to the next level, but you feel like your boss doesn't like you. They don't have your back. You feel like they don't see you as someone to promote. You feel overlooked, even dismissed. Well, not only does that not feel great, but you feel like it's going to get in the way of your career growth there. And you're right, it will, because your boss is your main person. They have the power to open doors for you or to keep them closed. So what do? Well, let's look at 3 ways to tackle this tough boss challenge. First, don't get stuck in "it's not fair," because that's going to get you nowhere. It may be true, but it's not going to help you. The first thing you want to do is step wholly and completely into your boss's shoes. What's driving them? What's most important to them? What do you think is driving their thoughts and their assumptions, their judgments? What's driving them is not generally that they're a bad person or mean or judgmental. There's always something underneath. And more often than not, it's fear of some sort. So you have to ask yourself, what are they afraid of? When you dig down to that, an amazing thing happens. You stop being judgmental of them and you start getting empathetic. And when you get some empathy, you cool down and your mind opens up to ways to tackle this challenge. You start to become aware of what they need to see from you or hear from you, and you start to do it. And then they start seeing you in a new light, and you get on the promotion track. Second, if you want to get promoted or get a raise, and you feel like your boss doesn't see you as promotable, who needs to change, you or them? Do they need to get more open-minded, or do you need to do something different? Well, trying to change someone else can be hard, even impossible, and it saps you of your power, and it's not even necessarily the answer. It's going to be more productive and certainly give you more power to ask yourself, what do they need from me? What do I need to do? Maybe they have a preference for details and analysis, and you have a natural preference for macro thinking and big action, so they need to see that you care about and respect the details. Or maybe you're so focused on problem solving that you're not focused on communication. So you're out there doing great things, solving problems, and you're expecting them to notice, which they may or they may not. They may need you to be better about keeping them in the loop on what you're doing. Or maybe they have priorities they could use help with. Do you know about them? Have you asked about them? Have you asked about how you can help? What can you do to actively demonstrate to them and communicate to them that you have their back? This can turn the tide in the relationship and in how promotable they see you. And third, you want to get promoted, but you feel like your boss doesn't like you and isn't going to help you on that path. And you've tried to get a sense of where they're coming from and see if you can adjust what you're doing to make it easier for them to want to champion you, but you feel like it's not working. Well, then you have to get help. Trying to do everything on your own, it's a recipe for failure. You can't know everything and you can't see everything. And so reaching out for help and support is essential. There are 2 avenues for help. One is, who can you just go to for advice? Who's worked with your boss and has the inside scoop on the best way to work with them? Someone who can give you useful ideas for how to navigate your boss's expectations or their personality or the politics of the situation. And if you've done this and you've tried everything, doesn't seem like it's working, the other avenue is to take the skip level approach. A lot of companies have this built into the internal communication model, official one-on-ones with your boss's boss. I know people who have this opportunity and they don't take it. What a miss. And if it's not built in, pursue them anyway. Don't deprive yourself of golden opportunities to get to know your boss's boss and have them get to know you. And here are the magic questions to ask them. What are your goals? And how can I help? And before you know it, the senior leader has you working on a project for them and has promotion plans for you. If you want to get to the next level at work, but your boss doesn't like you, first, dig down, exercise empathy, and see things from their point of view. Second, find out what they need from you that's different from what you've been doing, and do it. And third, get help and advice. And if you need to, diplomatically seek out the senior leader. Just don't burn your bridges while you do it.